Good morning. Happy Tuesday. It's high five time. Let's go up a little bit higher with the Lord. I want to talk to you about how one lady saved her entire family during when there was judgment upon the earth, and that is in Joshua chapter 2 and chapter 6. And I'm talking about Rahab the Harlot. She was, they called her a harlot. She was not a righteous, holy person. She was a harlot. Throughout the entire Bible, they call her a harlot. And so, she hid the two spies that came out to spy out the land. And so when she hid them, they had to have told her how God protected them when there was judgment in Exodus, because she had faith to hang out that cord that represented the blood of Jesus. And so let's look at that. And now Joshua chapter 2 verse 12. Now remember, Rahab the harlot was the only one in Jericho that believed in the one true God. The other ones were afraid of him. They were afraid of the Israelites, the Jews. They were afraid of them. And he said, now therefore I beg you, swear by the Lord, since I have shown you kindness, that you will also show kindness to my father's house, and give me a true token, and spare my father, my mother, my brothers, my sisters, and all they have, and deliver us our lives from death. She dared not only to ask for her whole ungodly family, but she asked for all the possessions. Now the Israelites, when they went into Jericho, they could not take any of the possessions. They couldn't touch them. Remember Achan? Achan was Achan because he had stolen some of the wealth from Jericho. But God protected her. And how did he protect her? What was the true token? It was a scarlet cord hung out of her window. It was a scarlet cord hung out of her window. Now, you know what that word cord is? Tiqvah. Tiqvah. And it means, in Hebrew, Tiqvah means a cord, a hope, an expectation. She hung her hope on the fact that if God delivered those children in Exodus by the blood on the doorpost, he can save her whole ungodly family by hanging the cord that represented the blood. She couldn't apply blood. She couldn't do that, but she could put something out that was a true expectation, and it was a scarlet cord. Now in Israel, their national anthem is called Tiqvah, their hope. Their hope. And so whenever they sing Tiqvah in Israel, they're hanging their hope. They're singing their hope. They're singing their faith. And, one thing about Rahab, even if she is called Rahab the harlot throughout the entire Bible, she was written in the lineage of Jesus Christ. Here, Rahab the harlot was written in Hebrews chapter 11, the hall of fame of those that had faith. And what was her faith in? Her faith, it was in the blood. If the blood could protect them in Egypt, he could protect her in Jericho. Now, none of her family is ever mentioned again. Her whole ungodly family. Doesn't sound like they're saved. Doesn't sound like they ever really accomplished anything. But they were saved. When destruction came upon the land, they were saved. Not only were they saved, but their stuff was saved. One thing I forgot to tell you yesterday about Egypt is when the blood, one day they were poor, the next day they were rich. There's many different translations that say they were loaded down with good. They emptied Egypt. In fact, in the last couple of years, Egypt has filed suit against Israel to get all that stuff back. So by doing that, they are saying, yes, they emptied Egypt and of the wealth. And so, there's one thing about the blood of Jesus. One day they were saved, the next day they were free. One day were they sick, and by taking the lamb and the blood, the next day it said there was not one feeble one among them. I think we don't make enough of the blood of Jesus. The blood of Jesus protects us. It provides for us. It cleanses us. There's so many things that the blood of Jesus does. And that's what we're going to be going through in the next several days. And except tomorrow, we're going to talk about the Day of Atonement, because that's when one man stood in the gap for the entire nation by the blood. And so we'll see you tomorrow. God bless you. Bye-bye.